Hi everybody, this is Alice, Bejeweled Hedgehog, and this is I think this is vlog number 3, or is it 4? This is sad, truly sad, but anyway, here I am, back for yet another vlog of my 100 vlog challenge, and I will have to take a look and see which one this is. I think it's 3. Okay, you can tell what kind of a day I had. I had a crap day, but then I came home and I started looking at my email and getting ready to do my vlog, and I am so excited and I am so happy. 2 people had been saying they were going to start vlogging, and they did. And I just sat right down and looked at their vlogs before I did anything else. So, Tasha, I am so happy you're doing a vlog. You are such a cool and fascinating person, and your cheekbones. I love your cheekbones. I'm sorry. I know that you're shy and I probably embarrass you, and I really don't mean to. I'm just so happy to see that you're vlogging. You have such an interesting life. Oh, I envy all your pets. But anyway, and I got to see Charmaine. Hi, Charmaine. This is like a YouTube hug. I want to just tell you that when I did my very first in-person video, I was so nervous. I really considered not posting it. You know, after I posted it, I was trying to figure out how to take it back down, and you came in with the sweetest comment ever. And it was just so wonderful, and you have always been there, always leaving wonderful comments for me, and when I go to comment on other people's videos, I see you there, and you know, you've just been this wonderful, supportive, loving presence, and I'm so happy to see you here. See you vlogging. So that just made my evening. I love getting to know people. I'm not good at Facebook. I cannot sit at a computer all day and then come home and, you know, type away on a computer all evening. YouTube is good because I put up a video and then I can sit and crochet or whatever I'm doing and watch, and if, you know, I mean, I can type in a comment, but it's not the same thing as the, you know, the intensive computering you do when you're on Facebook. So anyhow, that's, you know, that in a nutshell. I'm so happy that there's this great group of vloggers. I look forward to seeing you. You have fascinating lives. We all seem to be intertwining with our books and our reading. Okay, I have rambled on and on about that. Thank you to all my subscribers who are sitting through these vlogs, and I don't know, you all made me very happy. You kind of changed a crappy day into a happy evening. So, thank you. Okay, let's see, my day. My day did not start off well. We had big loud thunderstorms this morning. I sat up in bed and, you know, I swallowed and my throat was just burning. And my first thought was, oh no, I'm getting sick. But then I realized when I got up to take I take a Allegra every morning because I have really bad allergies. I had been really low. I had been down to just 2, and I opened the bottle and I realized there were still 2 there. So clearly I had not taken one yesterday. So I was hoping, you know, of course I took one this morning, I was hoping that the sore throat was just the effect of allergies and that it would go away. And while it has not gone completely away over the course of the day, it is not as bad as it was this morning. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that, you know, once the Allegra really sinks into my system, it will just be gone and I'll wake up tomorrow morning fine. So, yeah, but you know, I was just dragging all day, and I just drank 1 cup of hot tea after another to try and make it feel better. So, let's see, went over to my sister's house this evening, had dinner with them. I'm not going to beat myself up, I've decided, when I don't stick completely to a vegan diet, because yes, that is a concern, but health is also a concern. So I will consider my sister's dinner a triumph, because they had fish, and they had sole, so I had the fish. They had big buttery croissants baked in the oven, and I did not. I had some whole wheat crackers, and then they had lima beans, which were fine. I had the lima beans. So I had a healthy, low-cal dinner. And of course, they have treats. Now she goes to the organic market, Trader Joe's, and she buys the healthier treats. So these are not Oreos and Twinkies. But even if a cookie is like organic, it's still a cookie. And she announced proudly, "I have vegan cookies." I'm like, "Yes, but I'm fat, vegan or not, so I'm not eating them." But anyway, so let's see, trying to think. Okay, so that went pretty well. And I have to admit, I did buy a rotisserie chicken because, I'm sure there is something that people who live meatlessly do when they're not feeling well. But I have always just automatically, you don't feel well, you have the chicken soup, or if you're lazy like me, you pick up a rotisserie chicken at the grocery store. But there's something about not feeling well and having chicken, and, I just did. From a health perspective, rotisserie chicken is not bad at all, especially if you pull off the skin. So I'm just going to keep it at that for right now. In terms of my breathing goals, I have been remembering. It does kind of hurt my muscles, but and I do eventually find myself slumping back down again, because along with the breathing, I straighten up. And I guess every time I straighten up, the fact that my muscles are hurting means I'm using them, so that's good. And I find that of my goals for this week, that one is the easiest. As for my goals for getting new batteries in my watches, well, I went over to my sister's with the idea that I would take a niece to the mall with me while I went to the little kiosk and had the batteries exchanged, but just with the way everybody's evening was going, that didn't happen. But step in the right direction. All the battery-less watches are in a little Ziploc baggie in my purse. So now, wherever I am and I find a place to get the batteries done, I can. And no, it's not like it's a bag full of Rolexes. If you can't tell from having seen my videos and things, I have a great liking for costume jewelry. So of course I have costume watches, and I love them. But anyway, so, I made progress in that goal. And then in the eating healthier, eating more holistically, and potentially eating a vegan diet, I've also made some steps. I have gotten some wonderful tips, again, from my marvelous subscribers. I'm just so happy. And I also have a book. Being me, Alice, of course, what do I do when I don't know what to do? Ta-da! A book. I ordered this from Amazon. It's called Appetite for Reduction, and the little subtitle is 125 Fast and Filling Low-Fat Vegan Recipes. And it was the low-fat part that got to me, because I have learned, in my desire to be vegan, that a bottle of soda and a bag of chips is 100% vegan, but it's not healthy. So, I have to watch myself. And this has a variety of things in it. It has great recipes. Now, all the pictures, if you go through this, it does not have a lot of pictures in it. All the pictures are confined to a little color section in the middle, which is fine, because I think if it had a picture for every recipe, it would be very, expensive and big. And, this is a little book, and obviously broiled blackened tofu. I mean, you can kind of figure how that's going to look. You don't have to be a master chef from France to grasp that. So what I'm planning on doing is I have this little packet of Post-its. I'm going to go through and mark recipes that interest me, and also kind of get a feel for what the common ingredients are. What sort of things to kind of have on hand, and I have some red quinoa. I think I told you I had bought that, and I know now that some of the pasta that I have really isn't that great, just regular wheat pasta. And this book talks about, it might say wheat flour without necessarily being whole wheat. So I know at the organic market they have pasta that is like really dark and wheaty looking, and it says like stone ground whole wheat pasta. So I'm getting a better feel for what I should be getting and what I want to do, and I think I will be set by Sunday, my 7-day goal, to go shopping and have a pretty clear idea of the recipes, at least for that upcoming week. And I had a brainstorm. Because my sister mentioned a restaurant that she had gone to. She had gone to a local restaurant called Jaleo's, which is a tapas restaurant. And in case you're interested in Googling tapas, I believe it's spelled T-A-P-A-S. And they are Spanish bar food. They're little appetizers, and apparently in Spain they set out little dishes of all sorts of different kind of appetizers so that people will eat, while they drink. So when you go to this restaurant, you don't order the entree. You could, I think they have an entree, but what you do is you tend to order a whole bunch of these little bowls of all these different interesting things, and everybody tastes them. And one of the things that helped me with that idea is, I think I still have the mindset where you have the entree, and then everything just kind of circles it like little insignificant satellites. And the entree is, in traditional American eating, some kind of meat. And I am used to having fish or chicken. I mean, it's common for me to roast a chicken, or get the cut up chicken pieces and do something with them, and then that's kind of what I go back to and keep eating all throughout the week. And what I was thinking I would do is make several things. Like, they have a recipe in here for a vegan lasagna with roasted cauliflower, ricotta, and spinach. I think what this means is it's roasted cauliflower ricotta, obviously not ricotta cheese. So I could make something like that and stick it in the fridge. And then I could also, rather than expecting my meals to be one big thing, I could cook some greens, I could saute some mushrooms, I could get something out of the fridge and have a bunch of little things, like a tapas meal, as opposed to always having to have this one great big thing. Just the big entree thing. Sorry, I'm not going to apologize. I talk a lot, and people that like short videos may not like this one. So anyway, that is my idea of what to do, and I will keep you posted as I come up with more recipes and ingredients and a better game plan. So today, overall, my eating was healthy. The big, pitfall is, of course, eating with other people, and I only did that this evening, and I did well, so I'm going to pat my back. Okay, interestingly enough, I had a few moments of privacy at my sister's house, and I started in on some YouTube videos. I kind of start from the bottom up. Because what happens is I always click the box where it says, get emailed when somebody posts a video, so I see them in my inbox. And Intarsia Pearl did a short little video on dream journals. And I thought that was interesting because, I do dream a lot, and they're often very vivid and very strange and fantastical. And it's just kind of interesting. Sometimes I dream about my parents who have both passed away, and, various other relatives. So I was just thinking about that. Oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I probably won't. It's inconvenient. And then the most hilarious thing happened. My sister had gone shopping because there are two nieces having birthdays in May. Excuse me. And she was shopping for little party favors. I mean, I guess all you guys know the thing about goodie bags. They did not have them back in the day when my sister and I had birthday parties. You would get a prize if you won a game. And I remember on Pin the Tail on the Donkey, the person who got the farthest away from the donkey got a booby prize. But you took gifts and you came home with memories of a party and some cake and a small trinket type prize if you won. And then my oldest niece went to a birthday party, her first one. Thank God that she went to one before she had one. Because she came home, look, I have a goodie bag. And my sister was like, ooh. So now, you have to think up things to put in goodie bags because people expect to take stuff home. So my sister went to Michael's and found a bunch of these cute little journals. And they were only 50 cents each. And, she was asking my niece if she wanted to stick these in goodie bags as gifts. They have cute little flowers on the front. They're really girly and springy. And inside, they're small, portable. They just have plain lined paper. And, I'm like, okay, I think I'm being given a message here. I see something on dream journaling, and then I say, yeah, I'll plan for that. It's inconvenient. And into my hands drops two, because she picked up some extra ones, for the rest of us because they were so inexpensive. So I'm like, okay, I get the message. I'm going to dream journal. I'm not going to set any harsh goals like I have to do it every morning. But when I have the time and when something catches my fancy, I definitely have the supplies. And I'm also, I haven't finished the book yet, but my oldest niece and I are both reading a book on meditation. And we're going to start incorporating meditation into our lives. So I kind of want to do a journal on meditation and on some questions I have about spirituality, but I have set aside a very special journal for that. So that is, I've ordered one from Andi. Andi Believes, because I've seen her art journals and they're so beautiful. So I asked her if she would make just a writing journal, a journal where I can put things in and make my notes and, anyway. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. Let's see. So pretty much that wraps it up. I still have a Cast-Off Crew video to do. Oh, I just kind of wanted to do a shout out to Stephen King. Because I don't know if you guys saw Charmaine's video, but she mentioned Stephen King and how much he scared her. And let me tell you, that man is singularly responsible for scaring me more than any other person or situation that I've ever encountered. I started reading his books pretty much when they first started coming out. I think the first one was Salem's Lot, and then there was Carrie. Oh, The Shining. Oh my. I read The Shining, it was either the summer before 9th grade or the summer before 10th grade. And wow, The Shining affected me. It affected me a lot. Sometimes a book, rather than a movie, can be scarier because when you see a scary thing in a movie, yes, it's scary, but it's someone else's idea of scary. Whereas when you're reading a book yourself, your imagination supplies the scary thing, and what you see in your mind is the thing that scares you the most. So there's one scene where the little boy, goes into the empty room and he pulls back the bathtub and he sees that horrible, horrible woman in it. The way Stephen King describes that, oh my. So the way the bathroom that my sister and I shared when we were growing up, it was a long bathroom, and you would come in and there was like a counter with a sink in it. Then you go back further, there was the bathtub, and kind of right next to it was the toilet. So if you had to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom, you would be right next to the tub. And my mother normally kept the shower curtain closed because she felt if you left it open, it would get mold in the creases. So what I would try and do before I went to bed, because I could not, after reading that book, I could not sit next to a closed shower curtain, but I also could not open it myself. So I would open it before I went to bed, and then if I had to get up during the night, of course the curtain would already be open and nothing could come out and get me. If the curtain was closed, I couldn't go past it. So the first couple of nights I woke up my sister, which was not good because she's the younger one. She's 4 years younger than me. And, my parents put a stop to that. And then what I did to avoid having to go to the bathroom next to a tub was if I woke up during the night, there was a powder room downstairs that of course had no tub or shower. So I would get up and go all the way downstairs rather than be near a tub. And of course, I really have grown out of it over the years, but when I am very, very tired or sick or really worn down, even at my age, I feel more comfortable if the shower curtain is like just open a foot or two. And I tell myself it's so that you can have airflow and you won't grow mold. But the truth of it is, it has to be open that foot or two so that nothing in there can surprise me. And then the other Stephen King's, after Christine, if I was ever driving late at night and there weren't many other cars on the road, which is rare around here, because apparently, according to a study, DC now has worse traffic than Los Angeles. But anyway, there have been times in my life when I have been in the dark on a road, alone. And I still have a little trouble every so often bringing my eyes up to that rear view mirror because I'm not sure what will be looking back at me. Another Stephen King story, I have one last one, and that is when I first read Salem's Lot was when I flew up to Massachusetts by myself to spend Thanksgiving with my aunt and uncle and 2 cousins. And the cousins were, smaller children than I was. So my aunt, to give me some peace, put them both in one of their rooms and then gave me the older of the two's bedroom to myself, thinking that as a teenager, I think I was 15 at the time, I wouldn't want 2 smaller kids bothering me. So that was fine. And the first night I was there, I always have trouble, even if it's a place that I like, if it's a different place. A new place, I don't always fall asleep real easily. So, they're in Massachusetts, they're in New England, and Salem's Lot is set in New England, and they have, I am not kidding, a Victorian gingerbread house. So, I am sitting in this old Victorian gingerbread house, up at night, everybody else is asleep, and I am reading Salem's Lot, God only knows why. And they talk about, the noise like rats in the walls, which were really vampires. Well, they had been remodeling, and it's actually like a first floor, a second floor, and then my aunt and uncle had been remodeling the attic level floor to put a master bedroom suite in there. And what they had done when they went to put a bathroom in is they had run the plumbing down through my cousin's closet to get to God only knows where plumbing goes, but anyway, the plumbing was being run down through the closet. So apparently someone had gotten up to go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting here reading this book and talking about scratches in the walls, and all of a sudden all kinds of noise comes out of that closet. I think I just levitated right up off that bed. So anyway, yeah, to all the Stephen King fans out there, people who like to read Stephen King, yeah, he's really had a big impact on me. He has scared me to death. Other books of his, I like ghost stories. I don't know, classic, I guess, what you want to call it, classic haunted houses. Anyway, Bag of Bones. The TV show was okay. The book is much, much more interesting. I love the book Bag of Bones, and I also like The Stand. And now that's not a classic ghost story, but I really, really like it anyway. John Saul is also scary. Some of his books, tend towards the classic haunted house stories. James Herbert is another good one. James Herbert writes some, and so does Noel Hind. I think his Hind is Hynd. He has the old-fashioned classic ghosts, you know, things that jump out and say boo. Anyhow, I'm going to have kind of a pitiful Cast-Off Crew video because I sort of got a blockage on a project I was working on, but I also got one of my stubborn streaks. So anyway, nothing is finished. But I'm still going to do it because, you know, if I have it in me to do a vlog, I have it in me to do a sort of unsuccessful Cast-Off Crew too. So anyhow, thank you everyone for watching. As soon as I do Cast-Off, I'm going to settle back with a cup of tea and watch everyone else's vlogs. So have a great evening. Welcome everybody. Wonderful vloggers. Oh, I have put links to the new vloggers and my links of everybody that I'm aware of that's vlogging. If you have a vlog and I don't know about you, I would love to watch you. Just let me know, leave me a comment or something. And anyway, good night everybody.